So you're about to graduate from college and you have a truckload of student loan debt. What if I told you that there's an organization that would happily pay you for your time and give you $65,000 a year to pay back your student loan debt on top of your salary? It sounds too good to be true. And for some people, maybe it is. But stick around to learn more. My name is Mike, and I am a marketing and behavioral economist, and also a 20-year veteran of the United States military. And what I want to talk to you about today, and to make sure that there's no question about it, there's no bait and switch here. This is absolutely about the military. I want to talk to you about the range of options that come with student loan repayment for the military. In the military, there's a lot of opportunities for education. It sounds surprising, and a lot of folks only know about the Montgomery GI Bill, pays for college, pays for your housing while you're going through it. A lot of folks know about ROTC, but there are some options that people don't know about. What if you already have your degree? What if you've already finished school? What if you're already a doctor? What if you're already a psychologist, a social worker, a PA? What happens then? Well, there are a couple of options that people don't generally know about. And if you're not interested in the military, this is probably about the time that you'll be clicking off. But if you are interested in the military, or you are interested in helping a community that doesn't get a lot of attention or doesn't get a lot of help from folks that are really passionate about it in the medical field, then stick around. Today, we are specifically going to talk about healthcare providers. And if you're interested in becoming an officer in different ways, check out my video about how to become a military officer. That one will have more answers for you if you're in the process of finishing your degree, or if you've finished your degree and you're not a healthcare professional. Also, check out my shorts that have frequently asked questions that may be of some assistance to you. So I'm going to talk today about two options and a third stranger option that not a lot of folks actually know about. So the first option that I'm going to talk to you about is direct commissioning into the military to be whatever your advanced degree is. So say you are an MD, say you're an osteopath, say you're a PA, say you're a psychologist, say you are a social worker. Well, there is an option for you to come in directly into the military as your profession, which is pretty cool. And on top of it, you will have the opportunity for student loan repayment to the tune of about $65,000 per year. With direct commission, as a medical professional, there is one specific organization that you should definitely know about, and it's called the Medical Recruiting Battalion. These folks specialize in recruiting medical folks into the military. They travel around to different bases. They travel around to different schools. Some of you may have even seen them when you were in school and just didn't even know about it. You might have received emails. And this is an option that I think will really speak to folks that, one, want to give back to an underserved community, and two, really don't want to be under a mountain of student loan debt. So with direct commission, what you do is you get in contact with the Medical Recruiting Battalion and you tell them what your specialty is. There is a high probability that you will be accepted into the military and you'll be able to receive whatever amount of student loan repayment is available at that time. Currently it's $65,000. And when you get accepted into that program, what ends up happening is you go to a basic officer course to learn how to be in the military. It's pretty abbreviated, 2 to 6 weeks. And then you get to go and do your specialty on a military post, either in the United States, CONUS, as we call it, or OCONUS in Europe, Japan, really cool places that are kind of fun to be. And what you end up owing is about 4 years of your time, and maybe more if you find that you really enjoy it. And all the while, you are getting paid a pretty reasonable salary, starting at about $90,000, because the majority of folks that come in with a degree will commission directly into the role of captain or the rank of captain. And that's only the base salary. So you end up also getting an allowance for housing, which can be somewhere between $1,300 and $2,800 per month, depending on where you live, as well as food, an allowance for sustenance. And that ends up being about $270 a month. And if you really want to make a change or you want to break out and do something different, you can also get things like flight pay. You can get things like jump pay. You can do a lot of really fun stuff. if that's what you want to do. Otherwise, you can just practice as normal. One of my friends approached me recently, and that's where this whole video came from. And she was talking about how much student loan debt she has and how she would really like to pay it down. And she was asking me about what would a psychologist actually do in the military? Well, a psychologist works generally like you'd expect a psychologist to work. They have a caseload, they work in a clinic, but where it diverges from her experience, where she owns her own practice and it's kind of that like one-way track of like owning your practice and trying to expand your practice. The opportunity that exists is that you, as a psychologist, could be in charge of things like studies. You can have your regular caseload. You can end up in charge of other psychologists and social workers. You can run your own clinic. You get a lot of those opportunities. All the while, you are progressing in rank, you're progressing your paycheck, and you're paying down your student loan debts. So you get these opportunities to be a leader. These things also exist for MDs as well. You can move up and be the lead surgeon of a hospital. You can be the lead cardiologist of, whatever. Like there are really cool opportunities that exist in the military that, mirror the civilian world. All the while you're doing it for an underserved community and you are getting the opportunity to gain that experience and walk out more marketable. So direct commissioning is a really phenomenal option for those folks that already have their degree and are looking for a way to serve an underserved community or pay back their student loan debt or just want to have the opportunity to serve. The next one that I want to talk to you about, and if you guys are finding this useful, please smash that like button. It helps out with the algorithm and gets this information out to more folks. Moving on, we have the Health Professionals Scholarship Program, HPSP. This is another one that not a lot of people know about, and it is actually pretty cool. So if you are one of those people that is currently in college, or you are in your doctoral program, or you're in your med school, and you're looking for a way to step out of it, not under a mountain of student loan debt, this may be the option for you. So the Health Professional Scholarship Program is exactly what it sounds like. It's a scholarship program that can pay half or more of the cost of you going to whatever school or professional school that you're choosing to go to, be it med school, osteopath, PA, psych, whatever. And this is a really cool program because it's cross service. It's Navy, Marines, Air Force, Army. It's all the major branches. And what you do is you apply just like any other scholarship. And then once you're accepted into the program, there's a couple of really cool things that happen. One, you're receiving a scholarship, and two, you start receiving a paycheck. That's pretty cool. I've met some people who have been going through grad school and have not had the opportunity to have a paycheck and have been living off of their student loans, and it sounds stressful. So imagine having a paycheck that can sustain you through the rest of your degree. Could be pretty cool. Not to mention, as soon as you finish your degree, the Health Professionals Scholarship Program guarantees you a job in a service, whichever service accepts you or whichever service gave you the Health Professional Scholarship to begin with. So you're walking straight out with low to no student loan debt directly into a job that's paying you approximately $90,000 plus all the other benefits, including full-on healthcare. Pretty sweet. And you're getting experience. You're straight into the opportunity to serve. You're straight into the opportunity to do your job. You're straight into the opportunity to continue advancing your career. And you're doing it in a way that you don't walk away with $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 worth of student loan debt. Pretty freaking solid. The Health Professional Scholarship Program does have a relatively low acceptance rate, and it is pretty picky. It is pretty choosy because it is a pretty phenomenal deal. Basically, the military itself is taking a gamble on you to finish your degree, and they are setting aside time and opportunity for you to then come to their service and serve that population. So they're pretty picky. They're pretty choosy. I was lucky enough to meet an individual who was going through their PsyD program. He was accepted. He's currently in the Air Force. He says that it's a little bit difficult transitioning, but he's also completely debt-free coming out of a doctoral program that lasted 5 years. not too shabby. Now, the last one that I want to talk to you about is kind of that weird outlier that no one ever talks about, no one ever knows exists, and it's the Uniform Health Services University, otherwise known as USUHS. A quick story about that is while I was a company commander, I had an E6 who was a medic, and he wanted to go to med school. He had his bachelor's degree. He was not an officer, and he was absolutely a phenomenal service member. He applied to USUHS, and just recently he finished his fellowship and is now a full-blown MD from the Uniform Health Services University Medical School. But let's say you're not looking to go to medical school. They also have advanced RN programs, including nurse anesthetist, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. They also have family nurse practitioner. They've also got psychology programs, both a military track, counseling track, and a lot of other options in between. And the really cool thing about USUHS is that you are getting paid during the time that you're going there. You're getting a fully paid for education, and you come out of an accredited organization that will set you up for a pretty brilliant future in whatever field that you're in. USUHS isn't something that a lot of people talk about. It's located in Maryland, and I didn't know that it existed until I had that E6 walk into my office and say he wanted to go to med school. So if that is an option that you're looking for, if you're looking to apply to schools and you really want to broaden your opportunities, if you are currently in your pre-med program and you really want to hedge your bets on where you go, or if you really want an opportunity to serve, or if you are looking for an opportunity, again, to come out without any student loan debt, just a service obligation that will pay you, then I highly recommend looking into USUHS. It's kind of off the wall. It's off the beaten path. Not a lot of folks know about it, but definitely recommend looking into it if you are looking at a doctorate degree in psychology, if you're looking at doing your advanced, getting your doctorate of nursing practice. Tell me down in the comments below if I got that right, or if you're looking to become an MD. So rewinding and going back through each of those options, we had 3 options total. We had direct commission, where you are already practicing, you've already finished your degree, and you're looking to enter the military as whatever your profession is. We've got the health professional scholarship program, where you are in school currently and you are looking for a way to pay for the rest of your school while also receiving a paycheck, and again getting out of your school without any student loan debt or low student loan debt. And then the last one that we talked about was the Uniformed Services Health University, where you can go to get your Doctor of Nursing Practice, you can get your MD, and you can get your doctorate in psychology as well. These are all excellent options. They're all a great way to serve, and they're all a great way to walk away with low to no debt when it comes to your advanced education, all while getting a paycheck, getting practice, and serving your country as well. So if you found this content useful, check out our other videos as well as our FAQ shorts that may answer some of your questions. And like, sub, share for more military content. And remember, as always, experiences will vary.